The following program is intended for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
This I've got to see.
It's worth watching, so stay tuned.
Welcome to the C-Note Show, gentlemen. Tuesday, February 9th, 2021. And if you want some Chianti with fava beans, we were swapping recipes before the show. Secrets from down under. Down under. And if you want some tea, ask Patrick. That's a whole other story. We start. Good to see you, Petrowski. Ian's here. Patrick's here. Richard Stoutimus, Teachidius. I guess, whatever. Teachimus Maximus. Kent's here. Mr. Malloy. Good to see you, gentlemen. Let's get started for today. This is Miss Cynthia Cruz, the only woman allowed on the show for her professional feminine perspective. Good to see you, Cynthia.
Good to see you.
Yeah. It's been 4 seconds.
Is it 4 seconds? Yes.
That's right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Yes, let's get started for today. I've got some more Key and Peele that I have not watched. Half of this is for my own amusement to see what the hell is going to happen, and I like Key and Peele. Key and Peele seems to be way better than SNL, but I guess that's an unfair comparison because SNL is live. But I love Key and Peele, and I've got an homage to, or homage for those of you around the world that actually say every letter in that word. I've got homage to the Super Bowl. Looks like it's I don't even know what this is. Post-game interview. Looks like a football game, post-game interview. I got some Key and Peele. So let's get started for today, gentlemen. Love that you're here. Oh, you're a man starting to rise in the world after you saw that picture. I saw that about 5 seconds before the show, and I'm like, it looks like it's upside down, but that's okay. It kind of looks upside down. I don't know. I don't mind though. Get her close. That's going to be Cynthia's Sexcapade spot today. Love you guys here. We're talking about sub-communication this week. Understand the secrets to her sub-communication. Unlock power in conversation with you, and with her. Ninja level power, as we're going to talk about today. I've got a spot from Charisma on Command, the YouTube channel. It's talking about Craig Ferguson, how to create chemistry with anyone. I actually love this spot here. So I'm going to share that today. Roger's sound is coming in with us today. Good to see you, Roger. Todd's here. Roger doesn't have his clothes on yet, which is normal. That's all right. He'll be in here soon. That's all right. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. I want to go ahead and jump into our Staircase of Courage question for today. Richard's here. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, bud. Let's jump into our Staircase of Courage question for today. Of course, we want to learn how to make her love you for life. I haven't paused on this screen for a while, our daily war plan. I do something similar to this literally every single day. I gave this homework to a man yesterday as well. We call it our Kingly plan, the daily war plan. Dan Austin came up with this name, Daily War Plan. I got to give my hats off to him, nod to him. He can have TT with me later, Patrick. That's an inside joke of me and those across the ocean. Yeah, Cynthia wants to have TT later too, but that's a whole other thing. That's a whole twice. Yeah, exactly. So this takes 5 minutes in the morning, right? And I actually did this. I did a breathing exercise this morning. I did the breath of fire exercise this morning, where you ground. Takes 2 minutes. You don't have to meditate for an hour, guys. You can meditate for 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That's infinitely better than zero, right? What do you want for today? I wrote this in my Oak journal. That's one thing I've been assigning to all of my one-on-one clients and our relaunch groups, as well as the Oak journal, which is, I don't have any affiliation with the company. It's just a phenomenal, what I call stepped journal. And then what might you fear, or what do you want to avoid today? And that's flushing it out. It's calling out the dragon, calling out the boogeyman. And then what are you ready to accept, even a little bit? And this says, ready to honor what is, even a little. And then what's the one next kingly step? This morning it was going to the gym with my son and dropping off our puppy for her grooming. She's half poodle. She's this giant fluffy thing. She's going to get groomed today. And I can't pay someone to brush my teeth and do fun shampoo and fluff my paws. I wonder how much that would be. I have to ask Roger. How much would it be for Roger to fluff my paws? Never mind. I'll keep moving on here. So that's our daily war plan. If you're not doing that 5 minutes every single morning, maybe you're not sure what the hell I'm talking about, reach out to me. And if you're watching this, right, if this is a preview on YouTube, because we cut the first about 10 to 15 minutes as a preview on YouTube for the rest of the show, Go to greatmenmovemountains.com/VIP. You can get all these shows for free, and you can get those breathing practices that I just mentioned. I've got 3 of them within our free membership area. They're called breathing awareness and presence practices. I've got drill and lead, which Cynthia and I created together. I've got the Ujjayi, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Ujjayi fire breath, and also a heart to heart, how you literally can, what she means by feel her heart from across the room. Like, what the hell does that mean? I translate that to you. I learned that from John Wineland and David Data. And then I've got the breath of fire exercise, and those are all in the one folder in the greatmenmovemountains.com/VIP. So check that out. So we've got our morning kingly plan. We talk about that as well, our 3 forms of confidence. So let's get into our staircase of courage question for today. So if you're not driving like Kent, and if you've got slaves behind you like Roger, that's fine. As long as you're not doing heart surgery, I want you to answer this question. Punch this into the chat right now. This is about actually taking 10 seconds to give yourself a leg up, because you believe what I believe. You want to kick ass in the world. You want to be a man that knows how to conquer his own fears and how to up-level yourself, not only for you, but for your family, for your kids, for your relationship, for everyone that you ever touch in your community and the world. So punch this into the chat. Good, bad, or ugly, what fire is burning in your chest right now? So good or bad or ugly or embarrassing or shameful or celebratory, good, bad, or ugly, what fire is burning in your chest right now? Go ahead and punch that into the chat. All right, and while you do that, I'm going to jump right into a what would you do. This man posted this 30 minutes before the show today, and I told him I would bring it onto the show. So here's a what would you do. All right, here we go. He says, guys, dudes, guys, dudes. That's a new one. Maybe that's out of Spain. I don't know. I'm walking out the door. I'm walking out the door, and my wife is getting my daughter ready to go to daycare. I lean over and give my daughter a kiss, and then put my hand on the upper back of my wife and go to give her a kiss on the head. She flinches back like I have the plague. Yes, it hurt my feelings. LOL. She hasn't done this in weeks. When I talk to her next, she seems fine, like I'm not gross or anything. Questions. This doesn't seem like a time I need to withdraw my carrots from her, but I can't tell. Do I just keep moving forward? I want to pull away so she feels punished, but I know that's wrong. My big question is this. It feels like I'm sweeping stuff under the rug, so to speak, but I also see how that could be my little boy wanting mommy. What's the play here, or what am I not seeing? All right, this is solidly in what would you do? So he goes to kiss her, she flinches and pulls away like he's got the plague. He apparently isn't bringing this up with her because he's saying he feels like he's sweeping stuff under the rug. So he's not sure how he should handle this. His little boy wants to remove the carrots, which we talk about. The only things you can control are your affection and your attention and your commitment. And the commitment is the last choice. The commitment is, way down the road, way down the road. So it's really your affection and your attention. We call those the positive carrots, right, in a relationship, which we've talked about that over the past couple of weeks here. You must be offering attention, affection, be a fun man. That's part of the Craig Ferguson video that I'm going to show later today. If you're not offering fun and excitement and sexuality and polarity and adventure and emotional range within your relationship as a fucking baseline, why aren't you doing that? Those are the carrots in your relationship. Why would she want to be with you otherwise? It's not a dead flat line and then you just decide to kind of hug her once in a while and hope that she's good with that. You're a fun man. You have high energy. You're adventurous. You're doing big things in the world. Your furnace is growing bright within you as a man, your masculine furnace within you. And then giving her attention and affection are the carrots of relationship. So he knows, I'm not sure which man this is, and then that's fine. I like to keep these anonymous anyway. So he's obviously watched the show, us talk about carrot versus stick. And so we use the carrot. His little boy wants to pull away so she feels punished, but he knows that's wrong. My big question is this. I feel like I'm sweeping stuff under the rug. What's the play here, or what am I not seeing? So what would you do? I'd love for you guys to jump in. I'm going to pick on Piotrowski, and I'd love for at least one other man aside from Rob to jump in as well. Rob, so what are you seeing initially here? What do you think? And I saw Todd raise his hand. Thank you, Todd. So Rob, what do you think your initial thought is here with where this man is, please?
Yeah, it's
It's like I talk about all the time too. It's like that holding the door for somebody, and when they don't say thank you, you get all fucking huffy puffy pissy about it. It's
that's a technical term, by the way, huffy puffy pissy.
yeah. It's like, big deal. Keep your frame. Don't let her just shine away from your kiss to break you down. Stay in your frame. Go for it again later. Show her that you're not afraid of her rejection. It's that simple. I mean, once you start showing that you fear her rejection, you're pretty much done. Stay in your frame. Don't let it kill you.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Todd, come on in. Thanks for raising your hand, buddy.
Right on, Rob. I agree with what you said. I think we had this discussion last night, Jeff, you and I.
Yeah.
You gotta stay in your frame, man. Recognize the signs like I had to do. You got to recognize what it does to you physically, so that what your breathing's doing, how you feel, so that you can move on with this. Recognize what's going on. Don't become that little boy. Don't let it get to you. It could just be a test too. It's just like Rob said, you can't let it get to you, because if it does, then you're kind of lost in a way. And it's probably going to happen a few times where you do let it get to you, but just move on, do better the next time.
Yeah, I love it, Todd. Thank you. And I want to honor you that Todd is aware. I gave him the homework, like you said, Todd, to be aware of what happens in your body. And Todd, you said you have like this knot in your throat and this knot almost in your brain when you feel that little boy shit coming up, right?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So you're aware of that. That's advanced stuff, Todd, to be aware of specifically what's happening in your body as that's going on. So that and for me, it's the energy that runs up the back of my head, right? I've said that before on the show.
Yeah.
It takes me over. So being aware of that, you have about 3 seconds to catch yourself before you go into those shitty old habits. And so, Todd, that's a huge first step. And, you breathed and you came back and you re-engaged with her. And you, like you said, when we talked last night, that moment with your wife didn't ruin the rest of the evening like it may have.
Right.
Before, right?
And that was really important. And in that instance too, you can't let that ruin, he said that happened early in the day. I could see how that would, mess up probably your whole morning. If you're thinking about it, stay on it. Just, like I said, you move on and think about the next thing you're going to do. And, don't let it ruin your day, because you're going to see her again later on in the day.
To watch the rest of this episode for free and other episodes, go to greatmenmovemountains.com/VIP. Punch in your info and watch the rest for free.
Get more affection, love, and sex in your marriage. Get less paralyzing fear and rejection. Never miss an episode. Watch anytime, anywhere, 3 a.m. on the toilet. Get full episodes. GreatMenMoveMountains.com/VIP. The C Note Show.